1 Corinthians 11, the head covering, Part 1, Lesson 2. In verse 14, we find from Paul that it is a disgrace for a man to have long hair as an adornment. The NIV uses the term long hair, but the Greek word really speaks to the concept of beautiful hair as an adornment. Paul says the nature of things is against that. Why? Perhaps physical beauty is more the role of the woman, the wife. The cosmetics industry seems to confirm that. Another reason may be the role of men, husbands, as protectors. Long hair is not good in combat. Also, God in general does not like confusion. 1 Corinthians 14:26. Is that a guy or a girl? Verse 5 speaks to the situation of a woman, wife, who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered. 1 Corinthians 11:5. But every woman praying or prophesying with her head unveiled dishonors her head, for it is one and the same thing as if she were shaved. Head uncovered is literally the head uncovered. Since this is in contrast to the man's situation, verse 4, it is likely having something down from or down over her head is an okay equivalent. To have her head, the one on her neck, uncovered is to dishonor her head, probably her husband. It is one and the same as having her head shaved. Shaved, not just cut short. If the woman, wife, does not cover her head, she should have her hair cut short, very short. But the implication of the passage is that it is shameful. 1 Corinthians 11:6. For if a woman is not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it is shameful for a woman to be shorn or shaved, let her be covered. We find from verse 15 that long hair, NIV, is a woman's glory. Again, the words speak to beautiful hair as an adornment, and specifically long hair as a natural covering. Then there is the aspect of angels. We know angels are interested in the gospel. See 1 Peter 1:23. They are evidently present when the church meets. We cannot be sure of the reason, but Paul points out the importance that women have a sign of authority on their head. Literally, the woman ought to have her head authority. Perhaps a veil is in view, perhaps longer hair. It is proper due to the creation order. It is important because of the angels. Are angels still around? The NIV has in verse 15, long hair is given to her as a covering. In fact, the Greek more literally means her beautiful hair, as an adornment, is given to her as a proper substitute for a veil. What can we do with all of this information? Ignore it? Try to obey it? We know this teaching tradition in verse 2 goes beyond a particular cultural setting. Verse 10 is a key verse, with angels one of the main reasons for the passage. 1 Corinthians 11:10. For this cause the woman ought to have authority on her head, because of the angels. 1 Corinthians 11, the head covering, Part 1, Lesson 2, the end.